This is Kruti Jai Pancholi, Assistant Professor in LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. This video is about subject fiber optic communication. So friends, till now we learned all the aspects related to the fiber optic communication. In the last video, you learn about the fiber optic measurements. We learn about the OTDR, we learn about the attenuation measurement, we learn about how to measure the power. Okay, so this is the last video of the optical fiber communication, and in this we will learn about the few more details regarding the optical fiber measurements. So friends, in this video, you will learn about the fiber dispersion measurement, numerical aperture measurement and the eye pattern, which we have discussed in the chapter number 7. So friends, what is the dispersion? The dispersion, that is the broadening of the pulse, which gives us the idea about the degradation of the power. So how can you measure that dispersion from during the transmission or from the particular the fiber? So for that we need to learn the fiber dispersion measurement. Then the numerical aperture. What is the numerical aperture? That we know. The light gathering capacity or the ability of the fiber, that shows the numerical aperture. So how to measure or the numerical aperture? So that we need to study. And eye pattern, which we have studied earlier. We know about the eye diagrams and we can tell about the performance of the fiber. So friends, let us start with the fiber dispersion measurement. So dispersion measurements that gives an indication of the distortion to optical signals as they propagate down the fiber. The dispersion effect may be characterized by taking the measurements of the impulse response of the fiber in time domain or baseband frequency response in the frequency domain. Short optical pulses are launched into the fiber from the suitable source. Now the pulse travels down the length of the fiber under the test and are broadened due to the various dispersion mechanisms. So now here in the diagram you can see that how the measurements that can be done at both the end. Okay, so here you can see that there is particularly the pulse from the driver. You can see that, okay, that is the laser can pass the pulses, the beam splitter that splits the light which passes through the optical fiber. Okay, again that refracted light that can be also detected by the avalanche photo detector and it is given to the oscilloscope. Another end, again the same thing that can be done. So now we can measure it, that while it transmitted, what happened with the waveform. While it receives, what happened with the waveform. You can match both the waveform and you can study that whether the dispersion is there in or not. So beam splitter triggers the oscilloscope for input pulses measurement. After initial measurement of the output pulses width, fiber is cut back and pulse width is measured again. And the pulse dispersion is then by comparing the measuring pulses. The numerical aperture next is what? So is an important optical fiber parameter as it affects the characteristics such as the light gathering efficiency or the capacity and the normalized frequency of the fiber. We have derived the numerical aperture in the chapter number 2 and we know that which parameters that affects the numerical aperture. So now this is the time to measure the numerical aperture. So This in turn dictate the number of mode propagating within the fiber. So, which has the consequent effects on both the fiber dispersion, that is intermodal as well as the intramodal, and the fiber attenuation, that is the differential attenuation of the mode. So, numerical aperture that is defined for the step index fiber, that is Na is equal to sin theta A is equal to n1 square minus n2 square whole raised to 1 half. What is the theta A? That is the maximum acceptance angle. We have learned the definition of the acceptance angle earlier. Okay, that how much light that can enter into the fiber. So that we can say by having the idea about the acceptance angle. N1 that is the core refractive index and N2 that is the cladding refractive index. We know the various equations, how to measure the numerical aperture. It is also assumed that the light is incident onto the fiber at the one end from the air, okay, with a refractive index N0 of unity. So, although the equation may be employed with the graded index fiber, the numerical aperture thus defined represents only the location of the Na of the fiber on its core axis, and the numerical aperture for the light incident the fiber core axis. Now, here in the numerical aperture, the graded profiles that creates a multi-mode of local Na as the refractive index increases radially from the core axis. So, for the general case of a graded index fiber, these local numerical apertures at a different radial distance r from the core axis may be defined by the Na of the r is equal to sin theta ar is equal to n1 square r minus n2 square whole raised to 1 half. So therefore, the calculation of the numerical aperture from the refractive index data are likely to be less accurate for the graded index fiber than the step index fiber, unless the complete refractive index profile that is considered. The numerical aperture that may be determined by the calculation. An example of the experimental arrangement with a rotating stage that is the shown in the figure. So now here you can see that the diagram, okay, for measuring the numerical aperture. We do have a stand of measuring the numerical aperture. Now here the fiber optic cable, okay, that is connected. Now through the fiber optic cable, okay, now the light, okay, that is inserted onto the particular the rotating stage. Now you can see that the beam of the light, okay, from the fiber, okay, that can be also there. So we need to measure the radius, okay, and we can find it out the numerical aperture. So here you can see in the diagram there is a fiber holder. Now in that the fiber holder, what is to be there? The fiber is inserted. Now fiber when it is inserted, okay, and what we need to do, that we can see the beam and we can find it out the numerical aperture. So a 2 meter length of the graded index fiber has its surfaces prepared in order to ensure the square smooth terminations. The fiber output and is then positioned onto the rotating stage with its end face parallel to the plane of the particular the signal. Okay, so this way we can say that how to measure the particular the output, okay, which is perpendicular to the axis of the rotation. Light at a wavelength of the 0.85 micrometer is launched into the fiber at all possible angles using an optical system which is similar to that used in spot attenuation measurement. So the photodiode, which may be either a small area device or an aperture large area device, is placed 10 to 20 centimeter from the fiber and positioned in order to obtain the maximum signal with no rotation, that is the 0 degree. So hence the rotating stage is a turn, the limit of the far field pattern, which may be recorded, and the output power, which is monitored and plotted as a function of an angle, the maximum acceptance angle being obtained when the power drop to 5% of the maximum intensity. So now this is the fiber optic measurement, okay, and the numerical aperture measurement. This is the last point, and this everything we have discussed in the chapter number 7 about the theory part. But over here it is the diagram, so we need to understand this diagram, how to measure the eye pattern. So now here you can see that there is a transmitter and the receiver. Between that the optical cable is connected. Now there is a random bit pattern generator is there. From that the pulses that may be generated. Now this data that could be transmitted via the transmitter. Now here we need to watch this waveform onto the CR. So the trigger output, okay, that we can consider as a common pulse, and that we are connecting with the CR. So one end is common between the CRO and the pattern generator. So now whatever the data which passes from the transmitter to the receiver, so that we can observe onto the CRO. So now this CRO, which will again give us the output, okay, of the pattern, okay, and which is what known as, it is known as the eye pattern, okay. So you know that how do we study the eye diagrams and which kind of the eye diagrams are there, okay. So this is about the last point according to the syllabus of the Gujarat Technological University. It is about the measurement of the eye pattern in the fiber optic measurement system. So thank you very much everyone.